focus to foreign shores, 2023 was marred by geopolitical volatility, and obviously that's a trend that's being pulled forward into 2024. Take us through some of the conflicts that you're keeping an eye on, and market reaction thus far has been muted, but do you expect that to continue?
Yeah, these have been awful humanitarian crises that I don't want to downplay. From a market standpoint, a lot of it comes down to supply and demand, inflation, prices of commodities. Starting with the Israel-Gaza conflict. This has, obviously been an awful conflict that has spilled over into Jewish culture, both in the U.S. and abroad. From a market standpoint, this could lead to inflationary pressures around making oil more expensive, and that's kind of where we'll leave it from a market standpoint. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu seems to not be on the same page as President Biden in the West as far as de-escalation is concerned. So that's something we need to kind of watch for. And then watching how this spills over into the more newly formed Houthi conflict in the blockage of the Suez Canal. I mean, we've seen this movie before. This increases prices by increasing the time it takes for trades and goods to make their way around the world. It also kind of further positions Iran against the U.S., which is an expansion of this conflict outside of a narrow region that will have larger scale ramifications. So needing to watch that as well and its impact on commodity and trade prices. On December 27th, the U.S. sent its last $250 million to Ukraine in support of these geopolitical tensions. So right now there's a major defense spending bill north of $150 billion that we're waiting to see if that gets approved. That will kind of have big ramifications into how the U.S. is handling its involvement with Russia, Ukraine, overseas, and including one that I haven't mentioned yet is in China and Taiwan. So diplomatic tensions and diplomatic relationships will certainly have a profound effect on China and Taiwan. The newly elected president, Lai Ching-Te, is one who believes that Taiwan is an independent country. But it all comes down to semiconductors. China does not view Taiwan as being independent. It views Taiwan as one of their own. But from a semiconductor standpoint, all eyes are on Taiwan and what their production abilities mean in the global economy as far as semiconductors go. So while the new president-elect in Taiwan did not win a majority with his party, we'll need to just pay attention to see, if this is a whole lot of nothing or if tensions continue to escalate, because that is certainly something that could have a big impact on the global economy.
Stonebriar Wealth Management, advisors for your life.
This is not an offer to buy or sell securities. No investment process is free of risk, and there is no guarantee that the investment process described herein will be profitable. Investors may lose all of their investments. Past performance is not indicative of current or future performance. This is not a guarantee.